Okay, so brunch. Yay, brunch. Big thank you guys for having me be kind of your lunchtime intermission, I guess, so to speak. So when I was asked to do a little bit of a brunch demo, I thought it was such a fun idea. Such a great way to kind of, show people some fun food to do at home. I know we've all been at home, which kind of feels like forever, but it's okay. The light is at the end of the tunnel, and soon one day you'll be able to have brunch again with other people. But for now, you can brunch at home. So we're gonna do Nashville hot chicken, and for the vegetarians in the group, we're gonna do Nashville hot cauliflower. Very similar approach. The only difference is obviously one's with chicken and one's with cauliflower. That's the biggest difference. And if you do have a copy of my book, Brunch Life, there's a whole chapter in the book devoted to chicken and waffles, different variations, different flavor profiles. So today we're kind of taking a bit of a hybrid from a few different places in the book. But yeah, we're gonna get started. So just to start off, there's a few things you're gonna need. You're gonna need chicken, obviously, and cauliflower. So those are the two main ingredients. Some butter, some cayenne, some pickles, some lemon juice, some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder. Really helpful. You're gonna need some eggs. Some eggs there. Some all-purpose flour. And if you have some Frank's Red Hot, you're gonna need that as well. As far as equipment you're gonna need, like I have a little tabletop deep fryer here. Not everyone has access to these, and I'm totally cognizant and mindful of that. So another way, if you're ever wondering how to deep fry at home without a tabletop fryer, I often use at home a heavy bottom pot. So like a La Creuset. I think they're fantastic for frying. You always want to give yourself a little bit of room for displacement. So about 2 inches off the bottom should be all you need to deep fry something. And then another great little tool to always have at home is a digital thermometer. This is great for probing the inside of meat to see when your food is cooked. So we're going to use that for the chicken, for example. It's also great to, get a temperature gauge of oil when you're frying, because when you are frying at home and you're not using something that will help regulate temperature, it'll keep climbing up on you. So you're going to have to keep adjusting the dials down so that it maintains a temperature versus climbing up or dropping down. And maintaining temperature is actually one of the most important things when it comes to deep frying. So little tips to put in your back pocket while you're brunching at home. So I'm using the chicken leg. It's nicely coated in the egg wash and hot sauce. And now I'm gonna transfer it to my flour here. Okay, so now that it's in the flour, we're gonna cover it in flour. Now this is actually how you get the super crispiness. And at this point, you wanna make sure that your oil is already preheated to about 350. I wouldn't go over 350 because when you do put raw chicken in hot oil, it will come down in temp. That's just a thing. It's how it works. But once it's in this flour, you want to squeeze it in. You want to literally take your hands over the meat and squeeze the flour. And those little pieces of crispy exterior that we get on our cooked chicken is only possible because of how dredged this chicken is. So now you're going to carefully, very carefully, add your chicken to the hot oil. Now, some people like to sway it back and forth. That helps a little bit too. It just prevents it from kind of sticking to the bottom, which is really important. But with the fryer itself, I have a basket here so I can give it a shake. So that kind of is doing the same thing. So now while that's happening, I'm just gonna tidy up here a little. Awesome. Okay, so while that's happening, let's talk about waffles. So I like it now. I've actually already got my waffle batter here already mixed because I had to put my waffle maker all the way back here. I was running out of outlets. So I'm just gonna put my waffle mix into the waffle iron like so. And it leaks a little bit, so I'm just gonna put something under it. It's one of these stand-up waffle irons, so sometimes when you close it, a little bit of batter starts to come out the bottom. But yeah, so I just used my OG buttermilk pancake recipe to make the waffles. And like I said, everyone was sent the recipe. What's great about this is it works as waffles, it works as a pancake. Two factors with pancakes and waffles: you want them nice and fluffy and the ability to kind of rise and have some nice air pockets and bubbles in them. A lot of that comes from making sure that you have a good combination of fats in there, whether it's sour cream or buttermilk or a combination of the two, or a little bit of, I like both using baking soda and baking powder. The two together, very nice. Very, very nice. So the chicken is on the waffle. I'm going to show you that in 2 seconds. Cauliflower is down. So there we go. That's that crisp. Remember that whole squeezing thing I was telling you about? Like, how do we get that fried chicken that you're making at home super crispy? That's all from the squeeze, okay? So now what we're going to do is, just before we put the butter on, give it a little light seasoning like so. Got a little brush here. Give your cayenne butter a little mix, and you paint it. So we have butter and cayenne and lemon juice, and you want to put enough on it that that batter absorbs all that flavor, and you always do it while it's hot. Because while the chicken's hot, it's just looking to grab onto flavor, crispiness. So there we go. That is Nashville hot cauliflower and waffles and Nashville hot chicken and waffles. Yay, yay, brunch. So delish. Thank you, Kurt. Delish. So there's two places that you go to. There's one place. So let me backtrack. The original dish actually isn't Nashville hot chicken. It's Nashville hot fish. And they used fried catfish. And it's really, really tasty. Same technique, fry up the fish, make the butter, cayenne sauce. And that was invented by a place in Nashville called Prince's. And Prince's, if you want to go there, get ready to line up, because it's been busy since probably 1970 something, whenever they first opened their doors. They're not open on Sundays, so just keep that in mind. Hattie B's is now become the, trademark place for Nashville hot chicken. They weren't the ones that necessarily invented it, but they definitely helped popularize it. So those would be those two places. Jeez, so I'm an Italian Canadian. Both my parents worked. I'd be shocked if the first plate of food I'd ever cooked for myself wasn't a plate of penne. It was probably pasta, most likely. And chances are it happened just like coming home from school. I'm famished because I'm in theory growing, even though I'm only 5'4". And it's like, I need some food in me. I don't know if dinner's going to be like 6, 7, 7:30. So I probably made some pasta. I used to make a lot of quesadillas. That was a huge thing growing up, and burritos. But I would say pasta was most likely. I can't really remember, but most likely the first thing I ever cooked.